Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about my cooler. I got my cooler on Facebook Marketplace about 2023. It's a 1941 Master Cooler Ice. And it does a great job. We literally just got some parts for it. It was fairly reasonable. So I think anybody could easily get one of these if they would like, and do one themselves and have plenty of enjoyment out of them. So let me show you mine. So like I said, it's a Master Ice from 1941. Mine didn't have a lid when I first got it. I paid about $4.25 from Facebook Marketplace. It was in really nice shape, and it still is. I mean, there's scratches, yes. There's little dents and dings, yes. But that's okay. I don't mind them. As you can see, it looks pretty good. The back even looks good. Let me turn here so you can see it somewhat, maybe. You can see the back looks pretty decent. But like I said, it didn't come with a lid. I had to search a lid. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and put a 25 or 250 mile radius. And then I went city by city, essentially searching the whole United States. I was able to finally get a lid. This lid came out of Pennsylvania. Most of the people that I contacted about a lid, they weren't too thrilled to just sell me a lid because they were trying to sell their whole unit. The whole unit, with or without a lid, with or without a cap catcher, seemed to be listed and sold anywhere between $175 to $450, essentially, in pretty much any condition. There are a few that were listed $800, $1,000, $1,500, and they look like they were in mint condition, but even then there was still lots of work to be done with some of those. And I don't think they're actually going to get their money on those, but I could be wrong, and I wish them all the best and hope they do. But on mine, like I said, I gave about $4.25 for it. The lid, I had to source it, and I got it. I paid $300 for the lid. It came out of Pennsylvania. It had no handles. It had nothing as you see it. It was in pretty rough shape, but still a good shape. I didn't really change anything to it per se. I left pretty much the scratches that were there. I did add these, as you see here, this and this. This came from a 1930s Vindo coin-op Coca-Cola cooler. The coin-op was just a cover for the coin mechanism, and it would either took pennies, nickels, or dimes. And I took it apart. Then after taking it apart, I whitened the letters with some paint. Didn't cost me anything to do that as much because I bought the paint for like 45 cents from Hobby Lobby. And then I did the other side and whitened it, and then I took some JB Weld and I welded it to the top of the cooler lid, which worked out really good. And then I was able to then spray it with a clear coat, which was fine. And then as far as the inside of the lid goes, the white lettering on here wasn't really good. You couldn't read it very well. And so I did that as well. I whitened them. But I also didn't want it to look brand new either, so I left some of the stuff coming through, like the little trademark, and you can see it's just not perfect to make it look like some of the stuff is bleeding through, so like it's fading away, which is fine. But now you can see it, and this is this side. I'll show you the other side. I also did the other side. And again, look up close, you can kind of see the stuff coming through a little bit. So not the best job in the world, but not the most terrible job. And from a distance, you really can't tell that much. And I like that look because then it still says, hey, I'm screaming old, but I'm not like too old, to not be used. I tried to source the handles, the original handles, and you can kind of see it underneath of this right there, what it used to look like right there, the little. But like I said, I tried to source those. I was offering $100 for the handles. I had no luck. Nobody wanted to part with their handles, so I ended up going custom. I did find a site on the internet, Funtronics. They are licensed to do Coca-Cola stuff for coolers and refrigerated machines, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, that's great. And so literally I went on their website. They had some handles, yes, and they were $100 each. I could have went that route, yes, but I decided not to. But just because I've already spent a little bit of money, so I was trying to save a little bit. I gave $110 for these. So yeah, so between that and the lid, I'm at $400 there. Plus the deal, I'm at, $8.25 or whatever, $8.35, and then I bought the little knobs. And so these look like they were like a cabinet knob, and I bought a pack of 6, because that's the way it was being sold on eBay, and I snagged it up for about $40, so not terrible. And then again, I added those, and then I bought this handle from the hardware store, and I literally cut it down and then JB welded it to the underneath side, which you can see maybe a little bit. There you go. But I JB welded it to the underneath side, so I have now a custom handle, and it works good. So as long as no one pushes down on them, they should never pop. So they'll stay. I think as long as you keep pulling up, they'll just stay the way they are, which is nice. So not terrible, and they look good. So it's different. It sets mine a little bit apart since I'm doing a little bit of custom work to it, but nothing that screams I'm redoing the whole thing. The actual gasket I got from the hardware store. I paid like $15 for the gasket. It's a rubber gasket. It's tape sealed, so literally you just peel the back off and then sit it where you want, push down, and away you go. So not bad. I did the whole lid. I did decide, since I was on the website Funtronics, that they had the little inside for the C that said trademark and stuff, so I got that coming. It'll be a water decal, so that's good. And then they had a vinyl sticker, and I had like 3 different options on a vinyl sticker. Either the straight, like you see here, Coca-Cola bottle, without the words Coca-Cola going across it like this, but just the bottle itself. Or they had one that had the hand holding the bottle, or they had one with Sprite Boy or Soda Boy, depending on how you would like to pronounce it or call it. And he was peeking out of the bottle on the other side, on the right hand. So I didn't care too much for that, because that came out in, from what I can see on research, 1942, and my cooler's in 1941. So therefore I decided against that. I wasn't a fan of the hand holding the Coke bottle, so I went with the straight Coke bottle. I'm going to stick it right in the middle right there, coming down. I think that'll be fine and look good and accent it well. And then as far as dating the machine, and it's a Cavalier. There's the inside here, you can see. And it says TN for Tennessee, 41 for 1941, and 2 for February. So that's how you would pronounce it. And then you see where the electronics, or whatever, the plug-in part, which would have been a coil system, ran right there. And it had a little cover for the coil system. It would said fill water line here and whatnot on it. And so I didn't want to redo that. This thing holds great ice. As far as how much ice, we put in 8.5 16-pound bags of ice, which is great. Um, they cost us about $2.50 a bag, which is not terrible at all. We didn't have the lid when we first did it, so we've done it twice now without the lid, and the ice didn't seem to last too long. You know, we stuck it in about 4:30 in the afternoon, 11:30. There was still a lot of ice. Come 6:30 in the morning, not so much ice, and then come 4 o'clock, 12 o'clock that evening, pretty much, yeah, the ice is non-existent. The soda, the water, the whatever you have in here is not as good. It's cold anymore, as I should say. So yeah, so we're thinking that the lid will help us on that, and that it'll stay pretty much the weekend for us. We could be wrong, but we don't know. We're gonna find that out. And I just got off the net the little plug for this, so I can control the water flow for when I drain it. And then I'm still looking for the cap catcher. I don't have the cap catcher yet, so I'm still looking for a cap catcher. So I'll keep searching for that. All the ones I found so far, the people don't want to part with them unless they're selling the whole unit. So yeah, it's not as easy to get things as you would think. So you got to offer a little bit more than what you think you would like to offer, just because you're trying to get them to relinquish or give up the item. And so, yeah, I just don't want to fully restore this like back to brand new look, because to me, I want it to show its age. I want it to say, hey, look, I'm from the 40s. I've been used, but my life's not done yet. You know, I want it to say, hey, I'm still here. You can use me up. You know, let's have some fun together. And it's like, great. That's what I like. And so this screams that to me. We put soda in it. We put water. You can put fruit juice. We don't drink alcoholic beverages, but you could put alcoholic beverages in this if you would like as well. Yeah, this thing is going to be an all-you-can-use type of deal. And literally for just under $1,000, you can have one of these. You know, and if you don't want to go, you know, too far with it, you know, you could really save yourself a lot of money, because like I said, a lot of these are sold with the lid. Ours just didn't have one, but there are some that got the lid and the handle, so it's like, all right, you can get those in $350, $400, $275, and you got yourself a nice cooler. You know, it might need just a very little work, and you're probably going to be under $500 when it's all said and done, and get plenty of life out of it. If mine would have had the lid when I got it, or smart enough to think about the lid, I probably would have chose a different particular one. But hey, it is what it is. I'm happy. We love it. We use it. We're going to use it. We couldn't be more pleased with this. So we wanted to share this and let people know that you can do or get something like this that's within a budget, within a really cheap budget, and you don't have to go all out on it to make it usable, workable, you know. And like I said, you can search all over the United States and try to find the one that fits you, your look, your style. But for us, this literally is exactly what we were looking for. And now that I'm trying to getting some of the pieces together to put it fully operational, that's great for us. And I forgot to mention, but I paid about $85 for that little part that's coming in. So yeah, it may be a little high, but that's okay. And it's coming in from Pennsylvania, you know. And so, but I've looked all over the internet for the cap catcher. I've tried Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana. I mean, I've messaged so many people. I bet I've messaged over 30, 40 people. And so far, yeah, no, we're not getting rid of it. Well, if this guy backs out, maybe, you know, or this person backs out, maybe. No, we're not. We're just selling the whole unit. Okay, I get it. I do. I understand. So, but I'll keep trying, and maybe I'll be able to finish it. But we just wanted to share it. That way, if somebody was looking for an idea of something to do or something to have that they could then host some parties with, but that gives it that pop look, no pun intended. That people will come to your house and go, hey, I like that. Where'd you get that, man? That's neat. This will definitely do that, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I know we do, and I couldn't be happier with it, especially when we have a lot of people that want to come and enjoy our swimming pool. And so, yeah, we are very happy, and we hope you will be happy getting one if you decide to go that route. And we want to wish you a great day, okay? Have fun, and by all means, drink responsibly and enjoy your cold beverages.